In this video, I only want to address why Tesla stock is crashing. I'm not interested in getting into politics or anything subjective. It's just a video about why Tesla stock has been going down over the last couple of years. So let's get right into that. Tesla stock peaked on November 5th, 2021 at a price of $407.36 and has since dropped to $119.77, which translates to just over a 70% decline. While there are lots of reasons that a company's stock can decline so significantly, with Tesla, I'm going to try and summarize the three biggest points so that you have an idea of what's going on and can be better informed moving forward. The first reason is high inflation and the concerns that with products getting more expensive, consumers will be less likely to buy luxury products like EVs. The second reason is that Tesla now has a lot more competition and it's no longer pretty much the only EV on the market worth considering. And the final reason is Elon Musk. As much as I hate to talk about it, his actions with Twitter and selling off billions of dollars in Tesla stock are having a negative effect on the company's perception. So the first reason is inflation. And in economics, there are three types of goods, with a good just being anything that you purchase. There's inferior goods, normal goods, and luxury goods. Inferior goods are goods where when income increases, the demand for this good falls, and that might be something like cheap coffee at a supermarket. As your income increases, maybe you're more inclined to buy the more expensive, fancier, better tasting coffee instead of the cheap, great value brand that you normally get. And inversely, an inferior good is also a good that becomes more popular when wage decreases. So if your income takes a hit for some reason, you're more likely to buy the cheaper, great value coffee than you are maybe the fancy Folgers that you were used to having. A normal good is a good where demand for this good increases as your income increases. Now you have more money, so maybe you're inclined to buy things that you wouldn't have previously bought, like food from a nice restaurant. A luxury good is technically a type of normal good, but it's a very expensive normal good that you would only purchase when your income increases tremendously and you're now able to purchase something much more expensive that isn't necessarily that much better. Think about getting a $10,000 jewel necklace as opposed to a $1,000 jewel necklace. They're not that much different, but now you have a lot of money, so the demand for the product will go up because it's considered a luxury good. Now, at the moment, Tesla is considered a luxury good by most people. Sure, it's much more affordable than it used to be, but why would I pay $65,000 for an electric car that I would also have to pay to have a charger installed when I could pay about a third of that for a brand new 2023 Honda Accord, which is a reliable car brand? The reason to buy a Tesla is because it's in many regards on the cutting edge of technology and it looks really cool, but realistically, it's not that much better than most other cars you could purchase on the market that are made in the same year. Now, going back to our previous definitions, when income goes down, so does the demand for luxury goods. And with inflation going up so much, the amount of people who realistically have money to be purchasing luxury goods is going down. And as such, the demand for electronic vehicles is predicted to go down as well. And the fact that Tesla only builds electronic vehicles bodes poorly for the company when demand is expected to go down. And this is the first reason investors are starting to pull out. Now, the second major reason is competition. Because of how successful Tesla was, most other big car companies looked at them and realized there was a huge demand for EVs. All they really had to be was on the cutting edge of technology and pretty cool looking. And so everybody started building these electronic vehicles and competition skyrocketed. While Tesla is still synonymous in many places with electronic vehicles, when you've got big players such as Honda or Toyota or Volkswagen who are all vying for this market share, you run into an issue if you're Tesla. These companies have much more experience with huge production scales and they've been around for much longer than you have, so probably they have more expertise. These companies produce tens of millions of units and Tesla only produces a few 100,000. So it's not difficult to see why that's concerning for Tesla and Tesla investors. Tesla's young and they have a lot of production issues with their cars, but Honda has been around forever and they know how to build cars really well and really efficiently. So why would I invest in Tesla when Honda can make something just as good and maybe better with the decades of experience they've had? The playing field has leveled because everyone's coming in to grab a piece of the billions of dollars in the EV market share. Tesla is no longer the only choice, and in some instances, it might not even be the best choice anymore. Finally, and unfortunately, we do have to talk about Elon Musk. It's no secret that Tesla's stock fluctuates with Musk's tweets, and that's because Elon is synonymous with Tesla. If Elon sells a bunch of Tesla stock, the price drops. So if he tweets something suggesting that he might do that, people panic and sell off thinking the value will go down. So when Elon Musk does things like buy an unprofitable Twitter for $44 billion and then sell off $23 billion in Tesla stock, investors get concerned that his priorities have changed, and that fear leads them to sell off the volatile Tesla stock for more stable stocks like the aforementioned Honda or Volkswagen or Toyota. To be clear, I don't think Tesla is done by any means. Because I expect Elon Musk will shape up here in the next couple years. If Tesla goes under, Elon becomes a much less relevant has-been, and I don't think his ego would allow that to happen. And that's going to force him to make changes to try and bring the stock price back up. But don't forget to subscribe before you go. I'll catch you next week.